Good morning, beloveds. I've just been singing this song that was introduced to me by Dr. Deborah Kern by the beautiful chorus. So I figured I'd just play it for us to begin this morning.
Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
I hear the church bells in the distance.
Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy.
As you're arriving,
Tried and true, with thanksgiving,
saying good morning.
I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary,
Good morning.
pure and holy, tried and
Such an honor to be here with you.
with thanksgiving.
So as this is playing, I'm just going to just set up, just gonna double dog check something. I'm into double dog check-in. Want to make sure that we're all good and alive and full of goodness right here. So let me try this. So many mechanisms, huh? I'm just looking for you. I'm not seeing all of you here, so I want to make sure all the platforms are up and connected. This is the grace, y'all. She wants you to pay attention. Let me look here. Okay. I got peace like a river. Okay. We are live. Very good. I'm going to hop on over here. I got a plan. I'm going to go in here. Make that public. There we go. Okay. Here we are. All righty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to our practice this morning. Welcome to Yoga Church. So I want to, first of all, just speak a little bit about why the change, why the transition from our Sunday yoga practice being called Sunday Yoga to being called Yoga Church. So the main reason that I have taken the leap to call it Yoga Church is because for me, church was a sanctuary when I was a little girl, when I was just a little girl. And I feel as though there is some worthy rehabilitation that can be done now with this word, church. And my intention is to bring us to a place where we remember what truly is the sanctuary and how we return to the sacred within our own hearts and in our own lives. And so I'm just right here. I'm just here to love on you. I'm here to remind you. I'm here to bring us back again and again to the grace and to the wisdom and to the goodness of yoga, which ultimately yoga with the big Y is where we are all one, where there is no separateness. So the whole reason that I have ever even come to the mat is to know God. That's the secret. I keep that sort of in the back often, and it's a challenge for me to not keep bringing that to the front end, to not keep bringing that forward so that I am, link did not make it in the email. Okay, Des, you know what? I'm seeing that. I'm going to hop in right now, and I'm going to send it out to everybody. I was wondering. So let me jump on back there. And I'm going to come right on back right here. Let me go. This is easy. I can do this. We can do this. All right, so here's our vid. Here's our vid. Hang on with me. Om. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Thank you for telling me, Des. And of course, it's the week where Andrea, who works for me and works with me, she's out skiing with her kids, which is glorious. And I said, well, I'll just be right on this, making sure. All right, so Yoga Church today. Here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this because I can. I'm going to send this out to the whole wide world. Let me do this. campaign. It can be an email. This is how this works. Yoga as a spiritual practice. Here is the link to class. All right. I love you. We're doing this. We're doing it. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be here living, sanctuary for you. We're good, y'all. This is how it rolls sometimes. Just gonna hit save and close. I'm gonna get on in here and hit that, delete. Good, I'm gonna get rid of that. Here we go. Here is the link for yoga today. From my heart to yours. There we go. And are we coming? There's Stephanie, you made it. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna hit save and close. Get that going. I'm gonna double dog check that that link right there is gonna bring me to where we need to go. You guys are so gloriously patient. There it is. Okay, it made it. So now I'm gonna head back over here. I'm gonna hit save. You guys are getting Here we go. And it's out there. There it goes. All right, beloveds, here we are. You're showing up. We haven't really entirely started, so we're just great. I've been working out some tech difficulties. It sounds like the link didn't make it out to you, so I'm just right here with you, making sure you're getting that. So I'm going to back on up, and it says it's out there. So here we are. Welcome to our practice this morning. Welcome to our Sunday Yoga Church. I'm going to share a few little background pieces today as we enter into our practice together, and then we'll practice. So we'll begin, as we always do, with the student teacher prayer. We're sending the breath down and out the body from the crown of the head to the belly of the earth. Together we inhale, drawing the breath in and up, in and through our bodies. And together we'll take it today. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitam Astu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we work together, may we play together, may we remember what yoga really is and why we come to the mat. So we're here this morning to come to the mat because it is my high and deep commitment to remind us that you are the sanctuary, that you are the temple. So this morning I was listening to a song. I've been listening to it in my head for the last few days, and some of you heard it if you did the 5-day self-care challenge, and it essentially repeats again and again and again. Please prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be here living, a sanctuary for you. And so it's just this reminder that you are the sanctuary. It reminds me that we are the temple. That a temple, when we look at the etymology of the word, it is essentially a sacred piece of ground. This body is a sacred piece of ground that we go to seek refuge when the world is upside down, when things feel crazy. So I just want to keep on coming back, keep on reminding you, keep on returning again and again to this deep knowing that when you come to the mat, that when you show up here in community, when you say, I'm doing this, I'm coming here, I'm going to bring all I've got and lay it all down at the feet of whomever it may be, she who that gave us all of this, that when we do that, that we are given everything that we need to rise, that we vibrate at a frequency that is in alignment with love. Period. Punto. The end, the beginning, and the middle. And so we turn there today. We turn there today in our practice. We turn there today in our sankalpa, our divine intention, to remember that, as I've said, the whole reason I come to the mat is to break me open. I want to be blown open. I want to be dropped to my knees and again and again and again. I want to live on my knees in that humility and deep connection. Because I know when I'm there, no matter what's going on in this wild and woolly world, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. And if I'm just fine, it's the metaphorical way in which that I'm putting that oxygen mask right upon me. And when I put that oxygen mask on me, right, those of you who've done Pilgrim with me, you know that when you put that oxygen mask on you, all of a sudden you've got oxygen, you've got nourishment flowing in and through you. And that nourishment is feeding you. That nourishment is giving you everything that you need so that you can then do the best for yourself, others, and the world. That's the high teaching. That's the way that we connect. That is it, all of it, in and through. No other way. Nothing but that. Nothing but this. Nothing but that. And so, here we are today. The ancient yogis had these books that they turned to. And these books are called the Vedas, or the books of truth. And there's essentially 4 different books. And at the very end of those books, there is Vedanta. And Vedanta ultimately is like the Cliff Notes. It's what I'm bringing forth and sort of tethering forth from the ancient yogis, who originally, the rishis, the seers, rishi means seer, the seers who were in the Himalayas, they were there receiving the song of God, the song of Ishvara, whomever he may be, she who, the one that you worship, divinity, the nameless, formless function. They were receiving that wisdom and bringing it in and through their vessels and sharing it forth, and it was written down as the Vedas. And so Vedanta is essentially a wisdom teaching that says wherever we overlap, wherever we feel deep and rich connection with all that ever was, is now, and ever could be, this is where we come home. This is where we return to our heart of hearts. This is where truth resides. And this is where everything is one. This is where no matter what's going on out there, what we think is right or wrong or this or that or good or bad, there comes a place, there comes a center point in our very own hearts where we're able to remember truth and we're able to relax. And when I relax, I can bring myself fully present to this moment, and I can take everything that's going on deep within me and pay it forward. Yoga is a word in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the divine language through which light passes. We are looking for the ways in which we can tap into and turn to the light and have there be less heat. More light, less heat. More light, less heat. This is how we use yoga as a spiritual path. How we recognize that everything that's coming to us all the time is divine. Everything. Everything. And we say to ourselves, in ourselves, and through ourselves, what is it that you are asking of me in this moment? How is it that I can rise? How is it that I can root myself down and be deeply connected to this planet, to the people, to the struggle, and to the potential? And what is it that can move in and through me so I can take that forward out into the world and do good? That's what it's ultimately all about. It's like this. In the Balinese language, when I lived in Bali, in the Balinese language, there's no separate word for art. And Bali, if you know Bali, everything is art. And so why is there no separate word for art? Because it is so interwoven into the tapestry of the people that it's impossible to separate it from them. And it is absolutely the same thing here. And Bali is one of 17,000 Indonesian islands, and it is the only one that operates in and through these Vedic teachings. And so this artistry is who you are as well. How do I live creatively in this crazy world? How do I totally protect my peace and be transparent and receptive so that I'm like a golden sieve so everything's moving in and through us? How do I do it? You can go back to last week's practice and review the fitness to be a student, to be an open vessel, to receive, to be open to the possibility that everything is all right. It's not just all right. It's all right. No, it's all right. Everything is in right order. That's what yoga is teaching us. There's no place where oneness is not present. There's no place where wholeness is not ours. But that is not part and parcel of the material world. The material world separates this from this space around us. I'm made up of 99% space. And yet I somehow feel that I'm different than this pen, that I'm different than this space around me. Yoga says it is all one. We are all one. And we're looking for that. We're journeying for that. We're going for that. However we can, in whatever way that we're able to touch that in our hearts, our minds, and in our practice. And so, as we move into our practice today, we're looking at how I can break through this shell of our lives. How can I break through this shell of my life that makes me think that I'm somehow separate? That makes me think that there's abundance over there and there's lack over here, that there's love over there and that I'm over here, that he's over there and that I'm over here. How do I tap into divinity? How do I tap into this sanctuary, this sacred place, this temple, where my eyes are lifted to the sky as if I'm looking to the birds, and my heart is feeling this deep and rich connection? There is nothing dogmatic here. There is nothing cultish here. There is nothing here but love. There is nothing or no one that is not welcome. There is not a believer and a disbeliever. There just is what is. The truths that are universal and that run through all cultures, all religions, all spiritual traditions, all light bearers, that is where we're wanting and desiring to live. That is yoga. And that ultimately is your ticket to ride the freedom bus. Forever. To be free from suffering. To be free from binding likes and dislikes. Just simply, ultimately, and entirely to be free. That's yoga as a spiritual practice. So what do? We rise in the morning. We rise with the cycles of the sun. We dance with the one who brung us. We say thank you, we pray, we listen to mantra, we listen to song. We stay in our bodies. We keep our bodies sacred. It doesn't mean you don't every once in a while do that thing that you only do every once in a while because it's fun to do with your friends. But you recognize that every time you do that, you're probably dumbing down. You're probably numbing out a little bit. And that's not going to take you where you want to go in the end. Because you don't want to be dumb and you don't want to be numb. You want to be grounded, rooted, nourished, fluid, connected, peaceful, happy, and free. And that's what yoga gives us. And will give us 1,008-fold if we just show up. If we just come to the sanctuary that we're building every Sunday and then carry it into your week. Carry it into your week in terms of the music you listen to, in terms of what you're doing with your body, in terms of what you're putting in your body, putting on your body. This is it. This is all. This is how we live our yoga. This is how we walk in the light. This is how yoga moves from a mat practice to a spiritual practice. Let's do this, huh? Let's find our way to the mat. It's chilly here. I dare even tell you it's probably like 70 degrees. All right, I'm just gonna turn this little shenanigans up because I don't think I have good. Oops. Got my yoga mat. Thanks for your patience this morning. Let's do this, huh? We there? There we go. All righty. Finding our way to our yoga mat. Talk about surprise party. I woke up this morning and I have like the world's largest knot in my shoulder. So if I'm moving sort of funny, you know what's going on. All right. Let's lower ourselves to our back sides and draw our knees on into our chests. Oh. I'm just going to open those knees and circle them around. Big inhale and exhale. 4 more. We're just going to take those knees right on into the heart center. Bring the brow up toward the knees. Inhale and exhale and release. So we're just clearing out the cobwebs here. Inhale, squeeze. You might yawn. It out as well. Exhale and release. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale and release. And inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale and release. We're going to go ahead and reach those arms up and above the head. Full inhale here. Let's release both of the knees over to one side, opening in and up through the heart center. And then roll all the way over to that same side for just a moment. Let the palms come together. And then bring everything back to center, broadening through the elbows. Knees are shifting side to side. We draw the breath in and up to the crown of the head. We exhale, release the knees over to that other side. There it is. We're going to roll everything over to that second side. Closing those palms together and then bring everything back in and through the midline. We're going to bring those hands up and behind the hamstrings. Draw the knees in through the armpits. Exhale, press it all up. Press those heels up. Roll through the ankles. Roll through the knees. Roll through the hips. Let everything shift and move and change. And then we're going to go ahead and cross our ankles. Bring our hands in front of us and just circle around through the belly. Let the head weigh heavy as you do so and reverse the direction. So clearing the cobwebs. The first step of coming to the yoga mat isn't to do what your teacher's doing. It's to come in and through and get a sense of what is going on in this body. Who are the guests in the guest house, right? Am I tired? Am I anxious? Am I immunosuppressed? Am I feeling that, right? How are all of these movements being received in my body? How's the breath being received in my body? Can I take the breath into the body? So this is how I come to the mat. This is very much my personal practice. Yoga as spiritual path is yoga as personal path. And I think that is one of the greatest blessings of the pandemic is we are able, pandemias español, the pandemic, is we are able to move and be free without worrying about whomever he may be, she who is thinking of us on the mat beside us. So we're going to find our way onto our hands and knees, shifting those feet back, work into it however you need to, and then roll through the belly. So we're going to get into that knot in my backside. Just inhaling and exhaling here. And then choose one hand. Let's keep the left hand perhaps down and float the right arm up to the sky. Inhale. And then thread that right arm through the space. So if you get lost in these practices ever, go back to your practitioner's notes because we just keep on returning to the potency and the power of free and easy breath. Long neutral spine. And relaxed body. Feeling that stretch through that right side. We press to that left hand, right arm floats up, up, up. And right hand comes on down to the earth. Hip shift side to side. We float the opposite arm up to the sky. We inhale. We exhale. And we thread the arm through. Head comes on down. We're just releasing here. Letting the jaw move and shift. Grounding through that right hand. We float that left arm up to the sky. We let the left hand come on down to the earth. We're going to shift our weight forward. Open it through the front line of the hips. Body weight shifting side to side. And then from here, we're just going to shift back into child pose. So this is a great indication. If you need something cushier under your knees, because there's a hard surface under your mat, or you're not even on a mat, then I offer that this is the time to do it. Instead of contracting and restricting through the body because the knees hurt, cushion up the knees. Grounding through the hands, eyes look out, we shift forward, we open through the front lines of the hips again. We hover from side to side. We let the eyes look on out, and we're going to hook those toes under right here, and we're going to send the tail to the sky. We're going to pedal from foot to foot. That tail is ascending. The knees are bending and extending. Head is heavy. We're going to rise to the balls of the feet. So hold both heels to your left side and let your right hand reach back behind that left leg. Just feel that. If that's too much, keep the right hand down and realign. Shift and bring that right hand out. Re-square your hands so they're parallel to one another. Let the heels root down. Rise to the balls of your feet. So over that right side. Let that left hand come to the back of that right calf. And release that hand down here. We shift everything back in and through. We open up through the feet just a bit. Let your feet come to the width of your mat. So you can just feel on the blade edge, the pinky edge of the foot. You can feel that outer edge of the mat. Let your hips shift side to side. And then ever so gradually walk your hands back. So I don't want the practice to, I'll say what I don't want, then I'll say what I do want. I don't want the practice to be too hard for you. So that means you have to just keep doing your very best and ask other questions when you feel like, I don't know what to do when I reach this point in the practice. I don't know what to do when you're doing this thing and I can't do it. But the point is, what do we used to say? What's the adage? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Because what I don't want is for it to be too hard for you. And what I do want is to keep opening you. Because a strong body is a body that can hold energetically the madness of the world. When a physical body is weak, it's more challenging to hold the madness of the world. It's also more challenging to cultivate a nervous system that can hold the madness of the world, the constant shifting and changing. And so we're just looking at the ways in which I can be strong in this body, able-bodied, open-bodied, open vessel. So that which isn't mine doesn't stick. And that which is meant for me can come on home. I'm going to rise all the way to standing, roll the shoulder blades up towards the ears, send them back and down. Roll them forward, up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. So we're going to step to the top of our mats. Bring those big toes on together and let the heels be slightly apart and ground through your feet. Foundation is everything. We always start at the base. I'm a huge fan, most of the time, starting on my backside, starting with my horizontal plane, horizontal, tapping into those mother traditions. I want to feel the mama hold me. I want to feel that richness of support and then move from that support. Then I slowly feel into all that and come to standing. Then once I'm here, I got a new foundation. It's my feet, it's my knees. So I'm going to bring my hands on down to my knees, touching in, and I'm going to circle. I'm circling all the way around on those knees so that I can feel the articulation of the bones of my feet on the earth, all the way to the right, to the back side, to the left, all the way around and around and around. Daisy, little puppies. Doing the talking, circling around and around and around. Right in the middle of the barrio in Mexico, there's a lot happening. And then as you're ready, you rise on up. We ground from foot to foot. Keep that left foot grounded and turn those right toes over. There it is. We're feeling a good stretch through the underside, top side rather, of that right foot. And then we release that right foot down and flip the other foot on over. There it is. Get a good stretch. Now, you'll see what I just did in my face, perhaps, moving energy out. It's not very attractive. It's not going to make it uncover a yoga journal, right? But what I'm doing is when I feel the tension moving in and up, I know that one of my energy harbors is my face. My face tells me if the energy is locked down. I'm very emotional in my face. My face tells me if I'm locked down, numbed out, dumbed down, any of that stuff, it all shows right up here. So I'm moving it all out. I bring that left foot on down. I ground through the feet. I open the feet just a little bit, and now I roll through the pelvis. Young, agile, able bodies might feel that they don't need so much of this. And so if you're feeling like you don't need it, you can move on. It's all well and good. And it's also exceptional information for you to get right on into that body and say, how are you all doing? Who all's in there right now? Who's in the house? Who's in the house? Right? And how do we befriend them, offering non-resistance to whatever's there? There's nothing wrong here. As big toes come together, we're going to reach the arms back and down and open through the heart center. So just squeezing through shoulder blades. That heart center is lifting you skyward. It's as if you are consistently, consistently and I'll tell you two things just happened. I just had an aha moment. Aha is the sound that the Divine Feminine speaks when in agreement with the universal flow in the Navajo tradition, which is part of my practice, as well as this deep knowing that I'm connected right here and held by my heartstrings to the divine. It's like this is my umbilical cord from my heart to the heavens, and at the same time there's a support on my backside as if I'm being held by the hand of divinity. So I'm right here. I'm moving forward and I've got a place to rest back into all the time. All the time. Releasing those elbows down, bringing those hands right on into the heart center. Send the breath down and out. We inhale and sweep those arms up and back. We exhale and forward fold, crown of the head, waist heavy, back of the neck is long. You're welcome to open those feet up just a little bit if that feels better for you. Inhale, eyes gaze forward, exhale and release. Inhale, eyes gaze forward, exhale and release. We're going to keep that left foot right where it is and step the right foot back, allowing the body to hover forward and back here, feeling into the right calf stretching. I just want to get into all those muscles, any one of them that feels sort of tight or funky or swampy. I'm going to get right into those places and open them on up. I don't want to pretend them away. I want to go there, see who's there. So that right heel down to the earth and walk on up that left leg. Spiral that left hip back. I'm just sinking in right here. I'm going to take those arms and float them on up. Opening in and up through the heart center. Bought ourselves a mini trampoline this week to add into the mix of movements in the body. It's quite a workout, my friends, if you've never mini trampolined. I have to say, it's quite an adventure, one I recommend. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the shoulders. We're just going to release all the way down, roll the ball of the back foot. I'm going to invite you to swivel to the heel of the front foot and to the pinky edge of the back foot. And then raise that left arm up. And just let that left hand slip as if you're doing it a palm away into the back, right hand pocket. Release, bring that left hand up. Hand comes down, roll to the ball of the right foot. And step back into your downward facing dog. Pedal from foot to foot. Move on in and through your plank pose. Release your knees down the first time through, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, open in and up through heart center. Exhale and release down. So you don't have to lift very high at all. You might just be lifting right here. This is perfect. It can be so small and subtle. That's just glorious. We ground and hook those toes under. Inhale, draw the breath in and up. Exhale, tail to the sky. And pedal into your feet again, opening up through those calves. So hamstrings in my body today feel really free. Calves feel really swampy. Never know, we just never know. We're going to take that right foot, we're going to just go ahead and step it right on through. There it is. We're just going to feel how that left calf is opening as the body weight hovers forward and back. Feeling into this. expressing and opening. And then as you're ready from this place, we're just going to swivel that left heel down. That back foot maintains about a 45-degree angle, and I walk up that right leg. I bring my hands on in through my hips. I'm sinking on down. I'm taking those arms in and up and through. Reach and skyward. There it is. Full inhale. Exhale, sink it on down. Inhale. Exhale, sinking on down, inhale. Exhale, sinking on down. Then we're right here on that full inhale. Bring those hands all the way back down. Roll to the ball of that back foot. Rise up on the heel of that right foot, swiveling to the pinky edge of the left foot and the heel of the right foot. Take that right arm up, and then right hand scoops back and down as if it's coming in to that back left hand pocket. There it is. Float that right arm back up to the sky. Bring it on down. Right foot swivels, left foot swivels. As you're ready here, ground through the hands. Step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale to the crown of the head right here. Exhale, audible sigh. Inhale to the crown. One more time. Rise high to the balls of the feet, release those knees on down. Inhale, draw the breath in and up to the crown. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, draw the breath in and up to the crown. Exhale, round through the spine. We're going to take one more, just like that. Inhale and then up to the crown. Exhale, round through the spine. As you're ready, let those eyes drop out. Hook those toes on under. And go ahead and send your tail to the sky. Go ahead and open your feet just a little bit, tiny bit, so they're just maybe an inch wider than an inch on either side, so 2 inches in total wider than your standard down dog. Keep your left foot where it is. Pick up your right foot and open that right hip. So to pierna a la derecha, estiro. Take that right foot, we cross it behind, big toes to big toes, so the right heel root down. We're feeling a big opening through that right hip. I'm spiraling up and out of the heart center. And then going to ground through both of those hands, hold that right leg up to the sky, and bring that right foot on down. I'm going to pedal from foot to foot. Taking that left leg upward to the sky, big inhale, opening that left hip down. That left foot's going to come right on down, rooting down to the outside of the right foot. Hip shift into your right side. Those points of the elbows are spiraling back toward the back corners of the mat. We're feeling how the heart centers rise on upward toward the heavens. Let it ground in through that right foot. Take that left foot back up to the sky, and then that left foot's going to come on down. I'm going to open those feet up to the width of my yoga mat again, and I'm going to walk my hands back all the way to my feet, and I'm going to just release here in a forward fold. If it feels all right, interlace your forearms. Right, think about that first loop when you tie your shoes. So you're not holding on to anything, you just interlace your hands through the opposite crook of the elbow. Crown of the head weighs heavy, back of the neck is long. We just take 3 to 5 breaths right here, inhaling and exhaling in that forward fold. Then as you're ready, the heels of the hands come to the base of the thighs. We press and rise all the way up into standing. Take those shoulder heads up towards the ears, send them back and down. Forward, up, back and down. One more time. Forward, up, back and down. We're going to step to the top of the mat. Yet again, hands come right on in and through the heart center. See if perhaps the big toes can touch a little closer together now. We feel how the body weight rises to balls of feet and in and through the heels, rises to balls of feet and in and through the heels. 2 more as such, rising in and through balls of the feet and heels come down. I'm just here to stay. I'm already feeling so much more balanced. How about you? Releasing those arms down along the sides. We're inhaling, opening up into a chair pose. I sit on back. Inhaling and exhaling right here. Inhale and let the pinky edge of the hand rise. Exhale now and forward fold. Crown of the head weighs heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, see if you might take that right foot back and swivel that right heel down. We're going to rise right on up, hands coming in through the hips. We feel that back foot at a 45-degree angle. This is really an anchoring aspect of the pose. The arch side of the foot is lifted. The pinky blade edge side of the foot is grounded down. We bring the hands right on in through the armpits and float up. Big inhale here. Inhale in and exhale. We're going to bring those hands right on in and through the shoulders and then gradually open that right foot. That left foot is just moving gradually in the direction of the big toe line of that back foot. We reach those arms out nice and long. You got this as you glide that right arm down the back body and float that left arm up and back. Inhale here. We're going to exhale and windmill the arms all the way down to the earth. And step back into your downward facing dog. From here we move on in through our plank pose. And we lower down to perhaps 90 degrees, or perhaps to our bellies and then opening through cobra. It's your call. We just feel the milking of the muscles here, the opening and the releasing. We press through the palms, snug the elbows in, hook those toes under, and send the tail to the sky. We float the left leg up to the sky. Again, new bend here. Left knee comes into the brow. We send the leg back up to the sky. Inhale. We bring that knee on into the brow. We send the leg back up to the sky. We step the foot all the way through. There it is. From here, we're going to stay high on the ball of that back foot. You can bend through that back knee, and we come on up. We inhale here as we sink into the base. You feel that left hip wrapping back, that right hip drawn forward. Those arms are ascending, hands coming in through shoulders, and then we turn gently into that left side. Reach those arms up nice and long. Eyes track back to that left thumb line. This time we glide that left arm down the back side of the body. Right arm reaches up and back. And that reverse twist. Reverse twisting lunge. And then we windmill the arms all the way down to the earth. You're going to send the tail to the sky again. Move it in through your plank pose. Hover. Lower. Find your way up, however that serves you, up and over the feet. Send your tail to the sky. Inhale, rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale, release your knees down. Dharmikasana in prayer pose. Let the brow touch down. Let the bones stay high. Opening through shoulder blades. Inhale to the crown of the head. Audible sigh. Ah. Inhale. Ah. Inhale. Ah. One more time. Ah. As you're ready, we walk those hands back, pressing up. We're going to hook those toes under. Let the knees and the shins come to a place where the thighs are parallel. And see if you can bring your hands right into your heart center. Draw the chin in and back, feel the crown of the head rising. There it is. We take those arms up and above the head. We wind, or we take the arms and sweep them all the way down either side of the knees, tail extends. Crown of the head weighs heavy. Turn the palms over in front of you and then walk your feet up on top of your fingers. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. Release the hands from the feet. Walk those hands out again. Take the opposite foot forward first. It's a little bit of internal coordination. Crown of the head weighs heavy. Back of the neck is long. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. We release those hands. Bring the hands up. This time, spread your fingertips. Soften through your knees. Take a little hop. Feet come right up into that space between the hands. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, we rise on up. Take those arms up and above the head. Shoulder blades releasing down backside. Inhale, ascending. And elbows snug down the backside. Just wiggle, squirm your big toes closer together, sitting back, snagging elbows. Inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, take your seat, power pose, seated pose, heart wide open pose. All that and more pose. Big inhale right here. Exhale as you're ready, forward folding, crown of the head, waist heavy, back of the neck is long. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, step that left foot back. Go ahead and swivel that left heel down onto the earth and walk on up. Bring those hands in and through the crest of the hips. Remember that back foot is what? At 45-degree angle. Right toes are either forward or ever so subtly out. There's breath in the pelvis here. There's freedom to move. We bring those hands in through the heart center and we open round up. Big inhale here. We always want to be able to swallow. That tells us that the energy can flow freely through our bodies. Big inhale here, hands in and through those shoulders. We're just going to open it all the way up and out. That back foot then opens to 90-degree angle. We take that left arm down the back body, taking it into our reverse lunge. Big inhale here, and then exhale as you're ready. Go ahead and windmill those arms all the way down to the earth and roll to the ball of your back foot. Inhale here, press through the hands, send the tail back. Moving in through your plank. Release your knees if you so choose, or just release 90 degrees, up and over the feet, opening in and through heart center. You got it. Up and over those feet, send your tail to the sky. There it is. We're going to take that right leg up to the sky. Inhale, bring the right knee into the eyebrow center around the spine. Take that right knee up to the eye, up to the sky. Bring the right knee into the eyebrow center. One more time, big inhale. And then step that right foot all the way up and through. We stay high on the ball of that back foot. We feel how the calf of that back leg is being opened. The underside of the right foot is being opened. The arch is lifting. There it is. We're going to go ahead and come on up. You can bend through that back knee, that left hip driving forward, that right hip wrapping back. So everything is harmony. Everything is in balance. There's an energy of the right side driving forward. I want to bring myself into balance by re-engaging that left side. This is no different than life. I drive myself forward with all the things I have to do in life. What am I doing to fill the well? What am I doing to bring myself into integration and alignment? That's the work. I inhale and those arms rise up. I exhale and bring my hands to my shoulders, opening into the twist, bringing the right hand to the back of that left leg, that left arm reaching up and back. Can I be balanced here? Your balance is going to come from a relaxed position. Your relaxation is only going to come when you feel you are in a place of abundance, when you recognize that your well is full, that you've filled the well. And the irony is that you don't fill it. What you do is keep opening, 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 letting go of what's not yours, finding clear vision, and moving in and through. I bring that left hand all the way down, windmill those arms. Send the tail to the sky. Move myself in and through that plank pose, hover forward, lower on down, find your way all the way up through an open heart. Hook those toes under in your time. Send your tail to the sky. Open those feet up to the width of your mat. Walking those hands on back in the direction of your feet. Nice. Let your hands be a bit forward of your feet, maybe a foot length forward of your feet. Rise to the fingertips, let the eyes look out. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. From this place, we're going to go ahead, turn the palms up, walk the feet forward. Let those feet ground right on top of the fingers. You bend there. Ready? Eyes gazing forward, inhale. Exhale a little deeper. Bring your mind's eye into the attention of your base. Are you turning, twisting, torquing something, or are you steady, stable, forward, moving. Eyes gaze forward, release the hands, walk those hands back out. As you're ready here, go ahead and take the opposite foot forward first. Crown of the head weighs heavy, back of the neck is long. There it is. A little different on the right than the left. That's part of the magic of it. Never mind, never a problem. Releasing, bring those hands on out. Eyes track out, soften through your knees. Inhale. As you're ready, go ahead and pop the feet forward into the space between your hands. Crown of the head weighs heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, hands release. In through the heart center. Those shoulders release down the back side of the body. We're going to bring those arms along the back side of the body, interlacing here, opening through the heart. Send the breath from the crown of the head down and out the body to the belly of the earth. Drop the chin and back. 5 breaths here. Exhale down and out. Inhale to the crown, up and through the vessel of the body. Feeling it just a little bit more open, perhaps. Exhale, sending your breath down and out. Draining out the soft arches of the feet. Drawing breath in and out through the soles of the feet. Locking out nothing. So we are fully and completely unlocked and unloaded. That's what you're going for. Nothing more, nothing more. Feel those 5 breaths. We bring those big toes together. We bring the hands right on into the heart center. We send the breath down and out the body. We soften through the eyes. We release the arms down and along the side body. Inhale, rise up, arcing up and back. And then exhale and come to a seat with those arms reaching out in front. We're going to take ourselves into a breath practice here. Exhale, draw the navel center in. Send the breath out the nostrils here. Inhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. Hold the breath in, hold the breath in, hold the breath in. And exhale, forward folding. Crown of the head, waist heavy, back and neck is long. That's the crown of the head right here. Audible sigh. Once again, inhale. Audible sigh. In your time, we go ahead and walk our hands back just a bit to the outer lines of the feet. We're going to sweep those feet on back. Or let the knees release on down to the earth. We're going to take that Dharmakasana, that gracious pose again. Let the brow touch down. Arms reaching up. In this place, we're going to go ahead and walk our hands back. We're going to take the right knee forward and open through that left length of the thigh. And we're just shifting here. We want to feel this right knee in front of the right hip. Together we're going to integrate a gentle pranayama practice here, cultivation of energy through the breath. We ground through the hands, we inhale, draw the breath in and up from the sole of that left foot long behind you, all the way in and up through the body to the crown of the head. Turn the tongue up and over, press the back of the tip of the tongue to the soft upper palate and exhale. Release that. Inhale up through the left arch of the foot, all the way in and up through the crown of the head. Turn the tongue over, exhale down and out the body. Inhale in and up through the sole of the left foot, turn the tongue up and over, exhale down and out the body. From this place, we go ahead and shift toward that right hip. We're just going to sweep that left leg all the way around. We're going to cross that left foot to the outside of the right knee. Make any adjustments in your seat so you can get those equal sits bones down on the earth. And then we're going to raise the right arm up and wrap around that left knee. I remember this from last week. We grounded in through our base. You want a solid foundation before you ever change directions. We always lengthen first in all rotations, rooting down through our base, rising in and up through our crown, and then we change directions. It is in this way that we have the spaciousness, the interconnection to the nourishment, the foundation and the potential into which to tap, all at our fingertips, all within our reach, all right here, right now. We're going to come all the way back in and through center. We're going to take this kind of in an unusual way. You're going to go ahead and release on down your backside and bring the soles of your feet together. Reaching for the pinky edges of the feet, opening those knees right here. Inhale, see if you can lift your brow up toward your feet. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, see if you can lift your brow up toward your feet. And release down. Once again, inhale, rise up and stay here. Exhale right here. Inhale right here. Exhale right here. One more time, inhale right here. Exhale right here. Let the crown of the head release down. Go ahead and send your legs up toward the sky. Press those heels skyward. Shift your hips side to side. Feel the heels spiral accordingly. Let the toes come up and over the head 5 times. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. We draw the knees in and through the heart center. We let the feet come one at a time down onto the earth. We press through the feet. We tuck in and through the navel center. We release back on down. We press and lift. And release. We press and lift. And release one more time. We press and lift. And release. We let the heels open. We let the knees come toward one another. And we just rest right here. We bring our hands to our low belly. Just feel in what's alive for you. Corners of the lips lifting, nostrils flare. Please prepare to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. We open those knees, bring those knees back down into the heart center. We press the shin bones out, we press and rise, we bring the feet on in, we shift to standing forward fold. Crown of the head, waist heavy, back of the neck is long. Sometimes we can clear out the vessel in a few short moments. Sometimes it just takes a shower, other times it takes a week in a waterfall. Depends upon how much stress we've been building up in our bones and in our blood. We soften through the knees, we inhale, we rise on up. We take those arms skyward, inhale, we exhale and release. We bring our feet to the space a bit forward of us. We bring the hands right on in through our heart center. We send the breath down and out the body. We inhale, reach those arms up and above the head. We exhale and sit yet again into our chair pose. Remember the breath practice. Exhaling and inhaling through the nostrils. First we exhale and empty completely. Then we inhale to the crown of the head. We exhale. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold the breath in. Hold the breath in. Hold the breath in. And exhale forward. Full crown of the head waist heavy. Inhale, eyes gaze forward. Exhale, as you're ready, go ahead and step that left leg back. So that left heel down to the earth. We rise on up, we come in and through the hips, the crest of the hips. We rise and open right here. Full inhale. Big inhale. Opening up and back. Feeling how that back foot is at that 45-degree angle and how the hips can breathe right here. Full inhale, expanding, sinking in. And then from here, we just release those hands on down to the earth, roll to the ball of the back foot. We go ahead and step back into our downward facing dog. We pedal from foot to foot. We move our weight forward into plank pose. We lower down onto our bellies. We inhale and open through heart center. We exhale and release. We inhale, open through heart center. We exhale and release. And this time we hook those toes under, driving crown skyward, sending tail to the sky. We float that left leg up to the sky, inhale. We take that left knee forward. We open it through the right length of that back hip. There it is. We're just feeling into this here. That left hip is forward. The left knee is comfortable. One of the best ways we can bring more comfort into that knee is by extending through the ankle of the left foot, and we feel how the heart center opens. That's right here. Jaw moving and shifting. We come into that grace of the breath right here again. If you remember, we're going to exhale, send the breath all the way down and out the body, out that foot. We inhale in and up through the arch of the foot, tipping the tongue up and back, pressing into the soft upper palate. Exhale, send the breath down and out the body vertically. Inhale in and up through the arch of the foot. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale up through the arch of the foot. Keep the tongue tip. Exhale. One more time, and up and through that right leg. Down and out the vertical. Heart center's wide open here. We're going to keep that left leg right where it is. Shift the weight over to that left hip just a little bit. Let this right leg come all the way around. So right foot now is going to cross. Right foot's going to press firmly downward. I'm going to make the adjustments in my feet, my hips, my knees, so that I can get my sits bones down. Grounding here, I float that left arm up to the sky, inhale. I wrap that left arm all the way around that right leg. I remember to ground on down, rise on up, and then I take a turn. So I spent many a moons, many a years training personal trainers, training yoga teachers. Some of you might remember back in the day, the American Council on Exercise, American College of Sports Medicine. Some of these things are still around. I certified teachers and trainers, and in those times, it wasn't about the energy, it was about the physiology, reading charts, imagining those charts in your body, applying external prescriptions to this physical body. And then there came a point where I thought, you know what, I want to trust this wisdom deep within the way my teachers have taught me. And so that's what we're going for. We're going for, how do I get back in this body? Because this is the vessel. This is the vehicle. This is the sanctuary. And I don't want to hurt myself, and I don't want to hurt others, and I don't want to hurt the world because I'm somehow disconnected from my very own roots, my very own source. So that's why we come on Sundays, every single Sunday. We come right here to build this sanctuary, to build this sacred place so that you've got a place you can return to all the week long. You turn your will center and the fire in your belly in the direction of the sacred. Not something outside of yourself, but that place within you where you just know that your inner world and your outer world have deep connections. They're tethered to one another. I am the world and the world is me. That's what we're going for, beloveds. That's what's here for you in the path of yoga. We shift out of that, we're going to release it on down. Go ahead and surrender down to the back side. Bring the soles of the feet together. Inhale, lift your brow up toward your nose. No, your brow toward your big toes. Try that. Hard to bring your brow toward your nose. Inhale again, lift it on up. Exhale and release. I always thought it was amazing how babies could stick their feet in their mouths, and guess what? You can do it when you're 80 also. Inhale, stay right here, 3 breaths. And then release on down. We're going to open those feet, plant the feet, turn the toes in just a little bit, let the knees rest against each other. And just very gently wag through the tail. Let your hands rest on your low belly. It's a glorious thing in your practice to have a little journal handy where you might write down anything that comes out, bubbles forth during your practice. Something you might return to later in the day, on this day of the sun. So then just see if you can find stillness for a moment before we move into our last expansive portion of the practice. Eyes closed and simply breathe here. Who's in the guest house now? And as you're ready, go ahead and open those knees, bring those knees back in. From here, we're going to send those heels up to the sky. Reach your right leg out just above the surface of the floor, and then swap it out. Other leg. Shifting, shifting, shifting. Let the toes turn out just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. Releasing, releasing, releasing. It's as though you feel a corseting of the musculature around the belly, around the rib cage. This is good news. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees on in. Lift the brow toward the knees. And release. We're going to press through those feet. You're going to open through your hips right here. Go ahead and walk those arms underneath the back side of the body. Press through the pinky edges of the hands and lift the feet up, or lift the tail up. Keep your feet down. Keep your feet down, lift your tail up. There it is. Here we are with that nice full and complete lift. Hands coming right on in and through the back side of the body, feeling how the lower belly's lifting, lifting, lifting. Inhale. And exhaling, releasing all the way down. We draw those knees in and through the heart center. We press those shin bones out long and strong. We rise on up and we cross our ankles. We lower the belly, feeling how the belly circles around, stirring like a cauldron. Reversing the direction, stirring like a cauldron. We bring the hands back and behind the body, opening through heart center. Let the palms press down right here. Let the throat open. Can you give your belly to the divine? Can you give your belly to this life? Can you give your belly the vulnerable, whole, sweet, surrendered self to this great, big universe? Can you relax here? Can you receive here? As you're ready, draw that navel center in. Turn the fingers forward, we shift, we come on back. We're going to bring our knees in and through our heart center. We're going to bring those feet up and over the head. Right, so knees come on in. Let those feet ground. So you can stay right here. You can bring your knees into your brow. Here's the thing, if your feet are not touching the earth, then it's way better to bring your hands for your buttocks and support yourself with your knees bent as such. It's also fine if you want to scoot your buttocks toward a wall and walk your feet up and up the wall and then flip over from that place. We're just flipping things on and turning things upside down. If you get here and you want a little more, it feels just so good. You can open your feet up a little bit, ground through your feet, snug those shoulders down toward the bottom edge of the mat. Walk those feet a little closer together. Still the back of the neck is lifted. And then, for one more yummy challenge, turn those feet over. Some of you might bring those knees a little closer toward the ears or toward the shoulders. I'm going to walk my legs out a bit. This is one of the ways I love to release my back. I'm going to walk both of my feet over to the left. I'm going to take my left hand. It's going to hold that left hand. I turn my head ever so slightly to the right. Bringing my head back, bringing my right hand back, opening the right foot wide, shifting everything over to that right side. Opening that left foot, bringing it all the way back to center. Arms broad, bring my knees in toward my ears, slowly, steadily, one at a time. Unrolling, unrolling, unrolling. Feet roots, heels wide, knees turn in toward one another. Lift and release. Little rock in the pelvis. We're going to go ahead and open those knees. Bring the knees into the heart center. Lift the brow up toward the knees, full inhale. And then exhale, release both of those knees over to your right side. Open your heart center all the way up over to the left. A rotation here. Much like where we began, perhaps a little deeper now. Notice if you grip in through your fingers, keep opening your palms to receive. Release as you're ready over to that right side. So you move toward the knees. Take pause. Bring everything back to center. Take a moment to square it all. Release the knees to the opposite side. Open in the heart away from the knees. You got it. Letting the whole body roll toward that left side. Opening up as if it's a big wizard's book of wisdom you are. And then as you're ready, we plant the feet. We make adjustments in the backside. We bring the knees back in and through the heart center. We inhale, squeeze up into a ball. Exhale, release the head down. We inhale, squeeze up into a ball. Exhale and release. And one more time. We inhale, squeeze up into a ball. And we exhale and release all the way out into our Shavasana, into our final resting pose. We allow the palms to face up, the shoulder blades to walk under the back side of the body. Simply receive the breath right here. In your time, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Allowing your body to move and shift however it serves you best. Finding your way in your time all the way over to your right side. Pouring forth anything else that you have dislodged in this practice. We bring ourselves gradually back and upward to our favorite seat, feeling the earth beneath us, our base, our foundation, feeling our crown rising skyward. As you come to this place, I invite you to rest your hands, palms on your heart. Corners of the lips lifting and nostrils flaring. Hear me in these moments with your heart. We will be told that these occurrences in the world are in need of our attention and that they are very, very important. We will be told that we must be prepared, keep ourselves informed, and stay connected to the ongoings of the world. Yes, perhaps this is true. And may we first bathe ourselves in love light. May we turn first to build the temple, this sacred ground on which we stand, so that what we see through a stable, unfiltered lens. We see the pure and true lightness of being. And we remember the nameless, formless function of this entire universe that has brought us here, is giving us everything we need through this vessel if we show up and enter into the silence. For in the silence, it is where you will hear the most clear message. This body temple is your refuge. These teachings, safe harbor. This community, connection. One of the root words of temple is in and through our connection to the birds, to see the birds, to lift our eyes to the sky and see and know potential. And in the words of that great rebel Hafez, I once asked a bird, how is it that you fly in this gravity of darkness? She responded, love lifts me. I once asked a bird, how is it that you fly in this gravity of darkness? She responded, love lifts me. So we bring our hands together at our heart center for our closing mantra, the vibration of sound, where every single sound that passes over my lips, your lips, into your ears, into the belly of your being and your heart of hearts, is a sound, an invocation of divinity, so that we may see truth, know truth, live in truth, and be truth. Sending breath down and out the body to the belly of the earth. Inhale to the crown. Om Purnamidav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamavevashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Glorious, glorious day to you. Please subscribe below. Pretty please subscribe below. And also please remember that I want to hear from you. If you find that you fall away from these practices, if you come and go, I'd love to go to yoga church, but, right, I'd love to do this, but, what's the but? I want to know that but. I want to know that but, so that I can change that for you so that you keep showing up here. I want you to tell your friends. I want you to forward this practice to your friends. And I'm super grateful for all of your donations, for your presence. More than anything, I'm just super grateful you're here. We need this light in the world more than ever. And you know that. You know that when you tap into it, when you feel it moving through your own heart. So thank you. I love you. Keep coming back. And see you next Sunday. Big love. Ciao.